operations in Pakistan, they do inflict unnecessary civilian casualties, but then again, that's going to happen in any war. If we had a weapon that never inflicted civilian casualties, that never did collateral damage, and just zeroed in on a specific target and killed it immediately, I would be terrified, because what's to stop somebody from using that on anybody? So civilian casualties, though horrible, are to be expected in any kind of operation. But there's always ways to cut down on them. This video has to end really shortly because I'm going to run out of time. So War on Terror is kind of silly in terms of the idea, but the aims of it are morally just, I believe. But I feel the means of which it accomplishes them are flawed and only serve to aggravate the problem. This video is going to end right now because I need to have extra time to do editing. So yeah, I'll do next video. Bye. Okay, we are at the home stretch. This should be the 6th Q&A video I've ever done before. I'm going to have to come up with names for all these, so it's going to be kind of hard. Let's hurry up and try to get this one over with. Is there any difference between Let's Plays and walkthroughs? Yes, a Let's Play, well, a walkthrough is playing through the game with the intent of showing how to effectively play the game, how to utilize all the strategies present, how to unlock the secrets, figure out ways of dealing with problems, how to defeat specific enemies, what equipment you should and should not use, that kind of stuff. While Let's Play it can be a walkthrough, but Let's Plays always have commentary. Walkthroughs do not necessarily have to have commentary. Let's Plays rely on commentary. For Let's Plays, it should be the commentary that is the focus and not the game itself, or maybe what I'm trying to say actually is that the game and the commentary should have pretty much equal footing. While walkthrough, it's always the game that has superior footing, while the commentary, if there is commentary, is kind of to explain the game further. That's basically what I would say the definition would be. Let's Plays rely on commentary, walkthroughs rely on the game itself. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Well, I think I would cheat and say I want to shapeshift into anything I want, because then I have every superpower imaginable. But if I had to choose just one, it would basically be between flight and invisibility, and I'd probably choose invisibility because I think it would be a lot funner than just flying around. What is your opinion on chickens? They are delicious, and as long as they stay delicious, I have no problems with them. What is the most depressing movie you've ever seen? Last Christmas, I had a movie that had been in my collection for a while. It was called On the Beach. And I thought, well, I'm in a really happy mood because it's Christmas, you know? I just finished unwrapping all the presents, I just ate the big dinner with the family, and everything's all happy. This is a great day, the past is all behind us, it's going to be wonderful for the next year, New Year's is almost here. There's this movie I've got in my queue here. I hear it's kind of a downer, but you know, I could just sit down and watch it. And since I'm so happy, it's not going to have much of an effect on me. By the end of the movie, not a lot of movies make me cry. I can count the amount of movies that have made me cry on one hand, probably. This movie made me cry. For quite a bit. And whenever I thought about it for a long time, it made me cry. And when I listened to the music from the movie, and I have the soundtrack, so when I listen to some of the music in it, it makes me tear up. It still does. It's a downer. It's based on a novel by Neville Shute, which is now one of my favorite novels. I finished reading it last month after I ordered it on Amazon. The novel's way better than the movie, but the movies, I still really like the movie, but the novel's better. I don't really want to spoil anything about it, but yeah, I'm not going to. You should look into it for yourself. If you have to choose between the novel and the book, the novel and the movie, I suggest the novel, but if you can find the movie, it certainly is worth a watch. Okay, will you ever do a Frontline or other Medal of Honor Let's Play? I will definitely play the expansion packs to Medal of Honor Allied Assault at some time, maybe next year, probably, after I do Call of Duty and all the other stuff. And as you saw with the quality of the camera Let's Play, if you guys find that acceptable in the long run, and I can tweak it so that it sounds less like shit, then maybe I could do Frontline, or maybe I could do... I wouldn't really want to do Rising Sun, I wouldn't really want to do Rising Sun, but maybe Allied, not Allied Assault. European Assault's okay, it's not a bad game. So that could theoretically work, but I'm definitely going to do a lot of Medal of Honor Let's Play again. What profession do you plan to take up after college? I don't know. I haven't known for a long time, and I hope I find out within the next 2 or 3 years, figure it out, because I've got a while to still do it, because I've just got to get my basics done, which will take at least another year, maybe more. Probably more, because I want to get as much as I can out of a community college before transferring over to a university that costs 10 times as much, and that's just for 1/10 of the courses I get here. So, I'll get back to you on that when I figure it out. Where are you from? I was born here in Fort Worth, but I haven't lived here all my life. In fact, most of my life I haven't lived here. How old are you? I'm 19 at the time of this recording. Next month I'll be 20. What do you think about the Ground Zero Mosque? And this same person also asked, when was the first time you got laid? P. What I think about the mosque, initially I was like, why? Well, what? And then after that I was kind of like, well, I don't really think that that's a great idea for the image of Islam in this country, but they have every right to build there, so I don't really have a problem with it. What was the first time you got laid? Well, since I've never been in a relationship and never had a boyfriend, that's kind of self-explanatory. What is the LP you have enjoyed the most? Goes without saying, Halloween 4545 is my principal inspiration. Thanks, man. But also, Dr. Quack 101 has played an influence. It was his Resident Evil 2 Let's Play that kind of convinced me to try it out for myself. And in terms of the Let's Player that I've kind of conversed with most, Coect probably ranks up high on that list, because up until a few months ago we had a lot of feedback going on between each other, and we talked, not like every day, but like every once in a while, but been kind of in a lull, mostly because I just haven't watched Let's Plays in forever. It's weird. After I started doing Let's Plays, I kind of stopped watching them, because it's a draining process in a way. Kind of, that doesn't really make you, like, exhausted, but it kind of burns you out on other Let's Players for a little bit. But I hope to eventually start watching them again when I start to upload more regularly, because I really needed to settle into my school schedule over the past week. But last week, when I didn't record anything, that was just me being a lazy insert expletive here, because I was tired and I could just do it later, but I didn't until now, so now I'm actually sitting down on my ass and doing shit. Will you give me a Dr. Pepper :D? Yes, I will, if you send me your name, address, phone number, P.O. Box, or zip code, and maybe any other information you think would help me deliver it to you. That would be nice, and I'll send you a Dr. Pepper. Would you like it canned, or would you like it in a bottle? What flavor do you want? I can get you anything. Just hope you don't mind if it explodes on the way, because it might after being so hot, or maybe you might have to pay some shipping on it if I can't pay for it, or perhaps it might be really flat when you get it if it's a bottle. Not my fault, but I will send you a Dr. Pepper if you really want me to. What made you start making YouTube videos? Also, what game do you plan on doing next? What made me start? Nothing made me start. I just wanted to. I was somebody, and I still am somebody, evidenced by the fact that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just don't. I hopped into it not knowing anything except this does this and this does this, and if I put them together, video happens. But I think I learned enough to be at least fairly efficient, to the point where I have almost 1,000 subscribers, so of course I'm doing something right. I'm not sure what that is, but obviously it's something. What made me start it, though? That's kind of a hard question. I guess it was, I just wanted to do it right after I watched, oh yeah, another Let's Play I forgot to mention, Lord Vega. Right after I watched his Silent Hill 1 Let's Play, and that's also what kind of got me into Silent Hill, I was like, I want to do this! And so I tried it out, and it surprisingly worked. Which was weird. I didn't expect it to. I expected it to, like, blur, and then that was it. But it worked. And I think that if you're wanting to do Let's Plays, you should just become inspired to do so. Not just pick a day out of the blue and start doing it. And you should do your research beforehand, not try to learn on the fly like I did, because that's hard and leads to a lot of mistakes and frustration and self-loathing. It's not a fun place. Also, what game do you plan on doing next? Depends on what you guys want me to do. At the end of this Half-Life Let's Play, I'll have a consensus, not necessarily a vote, but a consensus of whether you guys want me to do Call of Duty United Defensive or the Half-Life expansion packs Blue Shift and Opposing Force. I'm game for either. What kind of shoes do you wear? This is my workout shoe. It's very cheap and kind of dirty, but that's kind of what workout shoes are for. This is my formal shoe. I wear this when I'm out in the town or when I'm wanting to look good. It goes well with the suit jacket that I have. And this is my boot. I have another one of these, but I wear this whenever I need to go outside for extended periods of time or when I don't really care what I'm wearing. That answers that question. What are your thoughts on Silent Hill Shattered Memories? Someone asked me what I thought about Shattered Memories on the last Q&A video and I hadn't played it yet. After I've played it, I think Shattered Memories is the second best Silent Hill game in the series. I think it's better than every game but 2. 2 is still the masterpiece of the series. I think it's a great addition to the Wii's library. The Wii needs more mature games like this. And I thought that some of the parts were frustrating in the way the game controlled. The first time I played it, I didn't quite understand how to get enemies off me, so I would end up with a lot of unnecessary deaths. But the second time I played it, I figured that out, and I only died once or twice. The music is great. The voice acting is very good. The plot is among the best that I've ever seen in a video game, period. I'm not going to say anything about it because it's a game that really needs to be experienced for yourself to fully grasp. I guess you could say it's like... I know other people have used this expression. It's like a David Lynch film made into a video game, but I've only seen 2 David Lynch films, so I can't really agree or disagree with that. But from what I've seen, Lost Highway and Nadja, and I'm going to watch Mulholland Drive tomorrow, actually. Well, I should say today, because it's Sunday. But, yeah. I really, really like that game, and if you're a Silent Hill fan and haven't played that, please play that. The PS2 version apparently isn't very great, so get the Wii version if you can. If you don't have a Wii, well, why not? I mean, if you have an Xbox 360 and a PS3, why not just get a Wii and buy the 15 good games for it at the moment? And okay, the Wii has more good games than that. I'm just being a dick to the Wii. I love my Wii. Despite the fact that I play my PS2 more often than my Wii. Okay. You've mentioned a game called Stalker a few times. Any chance you'll be doing a Let's Play of it in the future? Hell no. Like Silent Hill Shattered Memories, Stalker is a game you have to experience for yourself. It's the game that scared me the most often, and out of any game I've ever played, Stalker, the first Stalker is the scariest game I've ever played. If you want to play Stalker, play the newest game if you can, and if you can't play that, play the first game, or Clear Sky. It doesn't really matter which you play. Because the first time you play a Stalker game is the best time you play a Stalker game, in my opinion. That game just drops you off in the middle of a vast world full of things that want to kill you and gives you nothing, no information, no equipment, nothing. Just drops you there and says, here you go. Good luck. And it's terrifying. It's frustrating. It's baffling. It's incredible. I love that game. But you should never Let's Play that game. I'm never going to Let's Play that game. Don't watch a Let's Play of this game. If you haven't played Stalker, don't watch a Let's Play of it. Don't read about it. Don't listen. Don't read FAQs. Don't go trolling for YouTube videos like, oh, this is where that is. Don't do that. If you want to play this game, play it blind with no knowledge of it to get the full experience of it. Turn down the lights. Play it at night. And then it'll be dawn before you know it. And you'll be terrified. Scariest game I've ever played. And it doesn't even try to be scary. It's just, oh hey, I'm Stalker, and I'm going to terrify you. It's not even trying. It's the only game where running across an open field in broad daylight can be a horrifying experience. What was the first movie you remember seeing in a theater? Jurassic Park.